Hello! In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 ways that you're adding and fueling anxiety and how to fix it. I'm Maegan Aleece. For those who don't know me, rapid transformational therapist, and I specialize in overcoming chronic generalized anxiety. First, number 1, that you're adding anxiety and fueling to what you might already be experiencing is the need to be perfect, perfectionism. This is a race that you will never ever win, and people with anxiety love things to be perfect and to control everything outside of them because you're lacking that control within. When you can start to understand that no matter what the external circumstance is happening outside of you, that not controlling what's going on within, that is freedom. That is peace. And ending that race of being perfect, because the finish line just keeps going. So really good affirmation to repeat to yourself when you find yourself in this cycle is, I'm perfectly imperfect. I love and accept myself. That's another really good one too. Loving and accepting yourself where you are, no matter what you're doing. Just chant it over in your mind, because if you have that drive to be perfect, you are really filling this belief that you're not good enough. You're not good enough as you are. And if you don't believe you're good enough, you're going to try and control everything around you, and you're just going to keep feeling that belief that you're not good enough. And that will create a lot of anxiety. Number 2, you don't allow yourself to make a mistake. This kind of tags on to the perfectionism. Perfectionists don't ever allow them to make themselves mistakes. Give yourself permission to make a mistake, because when you make a mistake, it is a fail forward. You're always growing and you are learning from making mistakes. So it's this fear of failure. There's no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as failure. It's always a fail forward. You fail if you don't do it. Okay? Number 3, you're calling anxiety my anxiety. When you call anxiety my anxiety, oh my anxiety, you're literally programming that more within your body and your energy and your mind. Because think of the things that you call my house, my car, my keys, my phone, my family, my kids. Those are things you're proud to have be yours and in your life. So start to dissociate from anxiety. Don't call it mine anymore. Call it the anxiety, or give it a name like Annie. Oh, that was Annie who was scared to make that mistake. That was Annie who wanted to be perfect. That's not you, right? So disassociate it. Let's get rid of my anxiety, call it the anxiety, or give it a nice little name. So those are 3 ways that you're adding more anxiety on top of what you're feeling. And the weird thing is, being anxious is something you're really comfortable and familiar with. So you will look for experiences, subconsciously, experiences, people, situations to feel that comfort of anxiety. Again, it sounds weird. Why would I want to feel anxiety? Your body is so comfortable feeling that way. It feels weird when you're at ease, when you're at peace, when you're relaxed. So remember this, when you are relaxing, which very hard for anxious people to do, but give yourself practice relaxing. Actually, really relax in a bathtub, read a book, because you have to relearn this skill. It is something you were born with. All babies can relax. Little kids can sleep like weird positions, right? So we were born being able to relax. If you've lost this skill, you have to retrain and rewire this in for your body and for your mind, so that anxiety is not what is comfortable anymore, but being relaxed and at ease is. It takes practice, it takes repetition, because you have practiced being anxious so much that your mind, if you don't actually have a situation to be anxious for, will look for things to be anxious for. Did I turn off the stove? Oh my gosh, what does that person think of me? Did I say the right thing? Blah! And you'll feel the perfectionism, you'll feel the not able to make a mistake, because your mind needs this to feel comfortable. All right, so just to reiterate, stop calling it my anxiety, call it Annie, call it something else, or the anxiety. Disassociate yourself from it. know that there's no such thing as failing. It's always a fail forward. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. So even repeating, I give myself permission to make mistakes. I give myself permission to make mistakes. Notice if when you were younger, you weren't allowed to make mistakes or you got punished for making mistakes. So everything really is rooted back to childhood. But guess what? You're not a kid no more. You are an adult and you get to make your own decisions and your own beliefs up. And the other you can be imperfect, perfectly imperfect. What you say to yourself becomes a belief if you repeat it enough times. So I want you to interject anytime you have a thought where you have to be perfect. You can snap your fingers, you can clap your hands. You want to get your body involved to like wake yourself out of this subconscious program. Subconscious meaning below consciousness. When you can see it, you can transform it. But when it stays hidden down and you don't want to unearth it, it's going to stay down there and you're going to be wondering why you're still feeling this way. And you deserve to feel great because life is way too short to suffer. So if you got value out of this and you know anyone who would benefit from it, I leave all my content public so that you can share it. And if you also want to delve deeper, jump on a free call with me and I'll leave a link down in the comments so that we can talk to see if we would be a good fit to move forward. And my 6-week program, who I've been so honored to take a bunch of people through, that it's worked immensely. I would love to talk to you about it as well. Love and light to you all, and we will see you on the next live.